Hey, it's Matt. Welcome back to another tool haul video. I have two auction lots here for you. I got a flat here, a combination wrenches and box wrenches, and then I have this SK toolbox and everything that is inside of it. So let's get started on these wrenches here, and then we'll move over to this box and see what kind of goodies I have. Alright, so we got a group here of combination wrenches and box wrenches, and I paid 25 bucks for this lot. And that's including the gas and the auction fees and all of that stuff. I think it was like ended up being like 14 bucks or 15 bucks or something what I actually won it for, and then all of the fees and the gas and all of that. So let's see if I got my money's worth out of this stuff. Over here, this is all the foreign stuff. I think I got a Brazil wrench, like a Kmart wrench, and some China stuff here. 1.25 inch down to 7/8, so whatever. Nothing too special. But we got some fairly decent box wrenches here. So let's start with this Craftsman one. This one, it's in a little rough shape, but 7/8, 3/4. Flats are all in really good shape on all of these wrenches. Double line V, just a decent used wrench. Not worth too much, but, I have it. It is what it is. Got this really nice, fairly long pattern Vlchek 1" 15/16. Again, in fairly good shape. It'll clean up nicely. The flats are decent. So I'm happy with that. And we had a Thorsen 7/8, 13/16. Just look at the angle that is stamped on there. Just somebody was sucking down on the wobble pops that day, I think. But a nice shape wrench. Good flats on it. Decent wrench. We got a couple of Indestro, or do we? This one is actually a Westline. We got a H2248, 7/8, 13/16. But in decent shape, not a bad wrench. And I like getting me some box wrenches. We have some really nice, aside from the engravings, I think this one's got, the other one has the person's name in it, but 1.25 inch. And that is 1084 Indestro, in really good shape. Flats are good. Looks like it was barely used, not even used at all. So we got 1.25 inch there and 1 1/16, 1062, and this one's got the guy's name scribed in it. Looks like it's PM or lowercase WD, probably PM. But again, in nice shape, barely used, decent wrench. So I like those, but the best wrench of them all is this wrench over here. And from the picture, this is all I could see. But I knew when I saw it what it was. And it's an SK. And I think that's a post SK Wayne. I want to say this is like a later 70s or maybe even 80s SK wrench. 1 inch. So I like that. Again, I paid 25 bucks for all of this stuff, and I think this one wrench, if you were to try to find an SK 1 inch on the eBay, I think you'd be hard pressed to find one of these for 15 bucks. So I think if I got 15 bucks here, I definitely have another 10 bucks in all of these wrenches. So I think I did okay on this lot. Not too bad. So let's take a look at that SK box and see if I did any better on that one. Alright, so here's what we had inside of that SK toolbox, and there's a lot more hardware and stuff in there. I'll show you a couple of things that I got off camera here. I'll bring them in, but this is basically all of the tools that were in the box, and I did not do good at all on the contents of this box. But let me tell you, what I paid for this box with the shipping and everything was $27. So the box, all its contents, all the fees and everything, 27 bucks for this one. So as you can see, I got a lot of drill bits here. There's a couple of decent ones in there. I haven't really gone through them much, but usually when I get drill bits, they're mostly all toast. So I'll try to pull out some good ones. I know this one has never been touched before, so that one's decent. Got a couple of taps, a bunch of miscellaneous screwdriver bits and little nut driver bits, some auger bits here, some spade bits. Again, rusty, not in the greatest shape. I do have a couple of bits that are new in the package, so, you know, that's not too bad. Some masonry bits and such. I got a really long masonry bit back there, and a nice 3/4 one there that looks like it's been used a couple times. Some stamped steel wrenches. This one's kind of long and interesting. I don't know what they use that for. Little Taiwan socket. Some old ignition style stamped steel wrenches. Really nice Lennox little razor knife thing, so that's in decent shape. You know, probably not worth too much. Plastic utility knife, that's great. And we got, you know, some punches over here, no name stuff, a little tip for a blowgun, a couple of Allen wrenches, a chuck key, and some hole saw, you know, little whatever hole saws. And I guess all the kind of decent stuff is right in here. Got a 9/16 Indestro combination wrench, and you know it's used. It's not the greatest, but you know what can you do? So again, the only wrench that was in here, I guess, other than that. But this is probably the best thing in here. Crescent 10-inch, Jamestown, New York. Little loose. Has signs of use on it, but again, not too bad. 10-inch Crescent wrench. This little knife is interesting. I looked this up on the Evil Bay. I think I could get about $5 for this thing used. 10-049, and I had never seen one of these before, but it's basically like a little pocket knife. And I guess you can replace the blades on these things. So I don't know, pull this back or push it forward to fold it back up. So thought that was interesting. Got this pair of scissors that I kind of wrote off right when I saw them. I'm like, cheap pair of scissors, you know, plastic handle, nothing special. But these are some Sammann stainless Italy, and they actually they're a little tight, but they feel good. I cut with them. They cut good. They could be cleaned up a little bit, but not a bad pair of kind of stylish shop scissors. So I'm happy with a nice pair of scissors. But this little foldable wrench here, or foldable tape, is kind of cool. And all it says in it is made in Germany. And it's got a little 50-cent sticker on it. But I thought this was cool. Just your typical foldable little ruler. Another one doesn't want to come out of there, but in a little rough shape, you know, rusty, but I might be able to clean this thing up a little bit, make it look a little nicer. So I like that. Thought that was cool. But yeah, I don't know. I think I didn't talk about these little. I think these are easy outs. I've never seen them quite like this before. They're kind of straight down rather than your kind of curved easy outs there, but I think that's what those are. Brand new, in the package, never used. Don't have a brand name on there. So that's definitely a score. And I got a little file. I think this was a Nicholson. Let's see here. Yeah, made in the USA. Nicholson X. And needs to be cleaned up, a little rusty. But it might be a decent file. So, alright, now let me show you some of this hardware stuff. I'll bring it over here because I'm kind of curious. I don't know what this stuff is. So I got 3 of these things in there. 2 of this size and 1 of another size, and I cannot figure out for the life of me what these are. I mean, I've seen stuff that gets put down in concrete and like a footing, you know, but usually it's a threaded rod that's sticking up. So I don't know if this was something that someone was going to, you know, drop down on some concrete, let it set, and then, you know, weld to this or something. I have no idea. But what baffles me even more is this other one, because it is wrapped in like cellophane plastic, and then has this like paper tape wrapped all over it, and it was like done methodically. So I don't know. I mean, I doubt they would go through this much work just to wrap this up to ship it. So I don't know. I'm confused. If anybody knows what these things are, you know, like I said, I got 4 of them. You know, I have no clue. Don't know. Never seen anything like that before. So whatever. And I got a bunch of hinges, a bunch of, you know, whatever, a couple of bike parts. I got an axle for a coaster brake. I got a, you know, 1.1" ball for a trailer that has a way too small shaft on it. Whatever. You know, yeah, a bunch of odds and ends. So whatever, you know, $27 for this stuff in the box. So let's take a look at the box and see if that thing's in good shape. Alright, let's get up close and personal with this toolbox. We have here is an SK. I believe this is from around like the 1950s or something. Somewhere around that era. It's got that nice logo on it. But this box is pretty beat. And the only picture I saw of it in the auction was of it open and the stuff inside of it. And I couldn't see any of the latches. So I didn't know what any of that looked like. So I didn't really know that this was going to be missing a piece. So yeah, it's unfortunate. It's missing that. Maybe I can fabricate something to get that to latch. You know, I knew it was rusty. I knew it had a little bit of damage, but this thing is, it's pretty rough. You know, I don't know what else to say. I think I just kind of got screwed on this one, but you know, it's an old SK toolbox. I'm going to try to beat on it a little bit. This hinge is really bad. You probably can't tell from the video, but there's a huge dent right here, and it's just, I'm going to have to pull the pin out of this hinge and try to straighten out this door. Probably do the same thing to the other side, even though it's not that bad. It's missing the tray. You know, the rust isn't too bad. You know, it's not, it's acceptable for me. I don't mind them being this, you know, this rusty. This is kind of probably reaching the borderline of being a little bit too much, especially on the corners. But you know, I don't mind them. I don't mind them this bad. I just wish it were in a little better shape and it wasn't, you know, wasn't crazy beat up like it is. You know, the doors, you know, lid doesn't close that great, but you know, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. I don't have an SK toolbox, so I figured I'd take a gamble on it, and I think I lost, but whatever. You win some, you lose some, as I always say. So what do you think? All of this stuff in this video is about, I don't know, 51 bucks, 25 for the combos, 26 or 27 for this one, whatever I said. I forget already. But let me know, what was your favorite piece? You still like the box? I mean, I still like it, even though I'm not going to trust picking it up with a load of tools in it with that being busted off of there. But maybe I can fix it. Maybe I can find a box in worse shape, or maybe I can find a box in better shape that has one busted latch and take the one off of this one. I don't know what I'm going to do, but either way, I think the big star of the show was, you know, that SK 1-inch wrench. That's probably the most valuable thing, unfortunately, that I had in both of these lots. But I think I about broke even. Maybe I'm a little bit ahead. I got a ton more drill bits. Hopefully those are good. Drill bits are expensive, and I don't like buying brand new drill bits. So, I don't know. What do you think? Like, subscribe, give the thumbs up. Have a good one. See you on the next one.